Today, we're going to be doing a review on one of the most popular car brands out there. They've made a mark for themselves by consistently producing power plants that have boggled the mind of car lovers and muggles alike. Sorry about the Harry Potter reference. Some people don't know jack about cars, but they still appreciate them. BMW has been given the moniker Be My Wife in some circles because it is a car worth getting married to. And I don't disagree, but I prefer one of my own. Beauty masking wildness. And in actuality, BMW stands for Bayerische Motoren Werke Gumpf, something you roughly translate to Bavarian Engine Works Company. If that feels too much for you, you can just call it Beamer. So, while you have Mercedes from Germany, you have BMW from Bavaria. In case you don't know, the Free State of Bavaria is a landlocked state southeast of Germany. BMW has been around since 1913, but back then, people were not too fond of cars. If you needed to travel by land, you had to board a train. As of 1913, the BMW AG of today, which has its origins from Rapp Motorenwerk Gumpf, was producing aircraft engines. Some people are putting that into cars now, so technically they've been doing the right thing, right from the start. By 1922, we already had BMW AG as a standalone company. But 1916 is considered as BMW's founding year. The public didn't get a whiff of a BMW car until 1933. And now that we have our history lessons aside, let us bite straight down to the core. We have ourselves doing a review about the upcoming 2022 BMW M8 GTS. The last time the public had the chance to experience a BMW with the nameplate GTS was in 2016. The M4 GTS, which is a predecessor of the iconic M3. This coupe is a track-focused version of the base M4, and it had a limited production run of just 700 units. The M4 GTS is the first street vehicle to utilize a water injection system that has not been done anywhere else before. The water injection system helped to optimize the performance and consumption of the six-cylinder inline turbocharged engine. BMW M is a subsidiary of BMW AG that was founded in 1972. The subsidiary was created to cater to BMW's racing program, but its success has seen them creating production cars with the M badge. What the M department of BMW did to the production cars was to take a car from BMW's portfolio and create a monster that is hungry for the road. Every BMW that carries the M badge will come with modified engines that have been tuned to their max, upgraded transmission to match the bump and power, better aerodynamics, dope interior trims, and a sexy exterior that will turn heads. BMW M is the fairy godmother that applies a godly touch to every Cinderella in the BMW lineup. The result is something anyone with cash burning a hole in their pocket would want for their garage. The upcoming 2022 BMW M8 GTS has been spotted without so much camouflage testing at the Nürburgring racing circuit in Germany. This racing circuit is where BMW's private factory is located and is where all the M performance vehicles are tested and tuned. The rumors went around, speculating that this car could be the 2022 M8 CSL Mule, but a source within the confines of BMW has trashed that idea. The very scant amount of camouflage present on the car upon its sighting could mean that it could be on the market anytime soon. The new 2022 M8 GTS sports a color trim that we haven't seen on any other car since BMW released the first GTS. It also shares a similar bodywork and styling with the M4 GTS. The most obvious difference you would notice is up front. The new M8 GTS now has the two huge kidneys opened up without any slats, while at the rear, you now have a wing. The diffuser has also been remodeled to have integrated rear fog lights. You also have side vents and plastic rear quarter windows with air vents. To go right into what makes the new M8 growl and churn out power, we speculate that it will be powered by a V8 just like you have in the base M8. It might be a decked out V6, but we could never tell. The engine might have a higher displacement from the base 4.4-liter twin-turbo present in the base M8, or a software upgrade could do the trick. The current M8 backs a lot of ponies, 617 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. We should expect more from the 2022 M8 GTS. And to be candid, anything higher than 617 ponies would be rad. With all that power, you should be able to do 0 to 60 in 3 seconds or less. The M8 GTS is no gentle car. It is a force to be reckoned with. If you're a fan of BMW's M Performance series, you would know that these cars could be a lot to handle even with traction control equipped. The M8 is a big coupe, and the new M8 GTS isn't any smaller but is lighter because of the use of lighter body panels. More power and less weight, a combination that can send you hurling away from the traffic stops like a demon fresh out of hell. The cuts that produce a GT-flavored car are not just small touches. In some cases, some amount of comfort has to be sacrificed for luxury. The base M8 is a luxury coupe designed for tours and long journeys, while the new M8 GTS is a track-focused version of the same car. The engine of the 2022 M8 GTS is going to be mated to an 8-speed M Sport dual-clutch transmission, which means lightning-fast gear changes whenever you are pushing the car. Its competition, Mercedes-Benz, uses an automatic multi-clutch transmission that gets the job done, but without the lightning-fast gear changes of the dual-clutch transmission. In low gears, the M8 could feel a little bit uneven. But all of that smooths out when you are going over the speed limit and shifting gears with the paddle shifters. The 2022 M8 GTS could accumulate a lot of speeding tickets on your license if you're not too careful. In the 2022 M8 GTS, we can also have the M Sport exhaust system that is thrilling. Not only that, it lets you do some sound control. With the push of a button, you can modify the sound of your GTS to suit the surrounding. You can have it subtle or throbbing and spirited. The fast throttle response and smooth transition between each gear make driving enjoyable during long hauls. While it is speculated that we might get to see a reveal of the M8 GTS in the coming months, we would have to wait for the new X7 crossover to debut first. In the Western Hemisphere, users may get the diesel variant of the 2022 M8 GTS. Although, getting a diesel unit in the United States could be next to impossible due to environmental pollution scandals and many other related factors. The ride on the GTS will not be soft in its sport mode. It is a tradition on all of BMW's M Performance vehicles to sacrifice a little bit of luxury for better handling. So in the new M8, you should expect to feel even bumps and unevenness on the road as you burn up rubber. The active M differential helps to make the switch from comfortable driving to sturdy, sporty dynamics. The M8 GTS is going to come with an AWD drivetrain. There are rumors of a hybrid drivetrain, but they don't seem to be in the works yet. For car enthusiasts that like to slide around in big coupes, there is an option to switch to RWD instead of sending power to all four wheels simultaneously. If you disable the traction control, you could do a lot of sliding around. If you ever want to do that, maybe you shouldn't try them on the road so you do not power slide into other cars. That would hurt. When it comes to stopping power, you have an integrated brake system that allows you to configure the brake performance at will just by pressing a button. You can go for sharper braking or for a fine-tuned soft stop. The M8 GTS will offer carbon ceramic brakes as an optional feature to increase performance even further. When it comes to pizza, a great topping is good, but it doesn't make it perfect. The new M8 is not just characterized by a bump in power. When compared to other cars in its class and price range, cars like the Lexus LC500 and Mercedes-Benz AMG GT, the differences are there. The M8 GTS comes with a lot of special characteristics that will convey the impression of speed right from the point where you come across it at the dealership. It will handle the road like a champ due to the new improved adaptive M suspension from BMW M. While it might be hard to keep the big M8 GTS in its lane due to its size, you have a lot of visibility that has not been compromised by styling decisions. So, you would not be ruining the paint job on this car anytime soon. The M8 GTS would be louder than any other M8 trim you have out there. It would definitely wake your neighbors if you have it revving at 6 in the morning. As loud as the growl of the M8 GTS is, the car has been designed to keep the noise, even the roar of the tires and the sound of rushing wind away from its occupants. On the tires, we expect an upgrade. That is if you can have anything better than 275mm Pirelli P0 performance up front and 285mm in the rear. Still, on the outside, you have a smaller wing that is very similar to the one found on the M4 GTS. That rear wing is accompanied by frosted black taillights, a feature that spells premium quality. Just like the M4 GTS, the 2022 M8 GTS could also have a limited production run. Although we cannot be certain of the numbers just yet, this car could be just a little over the top for everyday driving. The M8 GTS would have a fuel economy of 15 miles per gallon on the city streets and 21 miles per gallon on the highways. The interior of the M8 GTS is quite robust. It is more decked out than any other BMW you will find out there. You have a 4-tire directing method, something cued from the M850i. The interior is decked in carbon fiber and leather stitching that screams a luxury. The dash is tilted to the direction of the driver, and the seats are great and broad. You can get the M Performance bucket seat as an added option if you wish to. The M8 GTS remains a 2-door coupe. That hasn't changed. There is not much space on the backside. You wouldn't be able to fit a bear in there. Are they keeping those as pets yet? Anyway, but every inch of the interior is decked with fine leather material and other soft materials that feels premium to the touch. You have a backlit M8 logo, ambient lighting, and a Bowers & Wilkins diamond surround sound system, so you can have Roddy Ricch booming at levels that are as rich as the studio quality. In addition, BMW offers a bespoke option to anyone willing to pay for it. You can have every detail of the interior tailored to your tastes. Many people don't buy BMWs because of the immense power they possess while still maintaining a great deal of handling and agility. Many of them buy it because it is the most expensive luxury coupe in that class. The 2022 M8 GTS is expected to cost about $145,000 to $150,000. But if you're going for the AMG GT or Lexus LC500, you would be spending less. But as it is a Beamer, it'll be worth every penny spent. Having watched the video to this point, what is your best feature in the 2022 BMW M8 GTS? Please leave us a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to Rev Media for more engaging content like this. Thanks and love ya.